Let's go.
All right, ROM hack complete. That's it. I collected 1 star. Then I'm stuck in the void.
Most easiest to level, real. I guess that's an accurate name.
How do you see the name?
I saw it briefly while you were loading things up.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, did you just guess that, or? Yeah, so you'll never believe how
99.1.
many points this hack was worth.
1.
No, 2.
Wow.
This hack was made by Really Mad. Yo, Shadow the Hedgehog came back to my stream chat, dude.
Long time no see, Shadow.
The best hedgehog. Took
The
longer to
ultimate
patch than
hedgehog.
to play it.
You know, I think every hack should follow this hack's example and have at least a 100% completion bonus reward.
Hey, Diamond.
Diamundo.
Yeah, I just remembered. I had like a new font that I wanted to try on stream. Let me get that up. Oh, we're doing just fine.
Peachy Keen.
The stream elements. Sorry it took me so long to stream again. I was reorganizing my room. Again. Hello.
How do you do?
We're doing good. How about you? A Sonic channel and power guy? I made a show about me. It's called the Sonic Channel Show. Nice. Made Scratch awesome. Alright, Prime, check this out. Oh shit.
Whoops.
Yeah, it doesn't work with the black outline.
Oh, crap baskets.
Let's try now. Come
Can't
on,
see it.
show up, show up!
Can't see the vision. Oh. Oh, hello. It's a bit blurry.
Yeah, what is the cause? Oh, it's more readable now.
Yeah, it is.
Why does it look so white?
Looks overexposed.
Okay, that's not any better. Wait. Oh, I don't want that. Why is that on? How about now?
It's generally readable. Is it stuck to uppercase? Because as long as it's as it is in uppercase, it's pretty readable.
I don't think that really did anything.
It's a good effort.
Now it's perfect time to test out a new font.
Yeah.
I think that's better.
Oh yeah, that's considerably better.
Okay, yeah, it was the text stroke I needed to adjust.
Uh,
Let's get it down to 0.25. Anyways, just in case it wasn't obvious, this is Mario 64 dialog box text font.
it's like you guys are the Mario 64s yourselves.
The real Mario 64s were the fonts we tried to make look good along the way.
Yeah.
Okay, now this looks good.
Oh yeah, I
I
like
like
it.
it. I like that it's trying to make my name red.
Yeah.
Wait, this is the first time it did that. What if we went even further?
To get even further. Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, that somehow restored the color.
Oh.
Oh, damn, if you think this is good, you should have seen what... Oh, wait, no, the color's back! What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Now this is everything I ever wanted it to be.
And more.
Well, let me show you the actual ROM hack diamond.
Very short ROM hack indeed.
Meddler.
Meddler, hello.
Best ROM hack ever. Alright, so I think this is the font I'm gonna want to stick to. Because, you know, the typeface Smaller 64 font, it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted. It was what I settled for.
Yeah. When does Kara show up? We have to wait 64 years.
I believe in this version it's 64 minutes instead of the usual 5.
Yeah. But ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, for whatever reason, Star Display does not want to stay on one monitor, and it will always pop up on my main screen. But for whatever reason, the top of the window is going to be like over what my monitor actually covers. So I have to stretch it so to make the window readjust so that I can actually move it.
Mm-hmm.
And Diamond's drawing Kiersey and Starlo fan art as we speak.
Why are you drawing them kissing Diamond?
I should probably read the name of this. This is Chambers of Nonsense from the Dream themed level competition. Short and simple hack, just to give you a laugh. 7 stars, 10 bonus. Here's up to a bunch of random nonsense, so I thought I would make a hack about that. There are 8 chambers. In each one, something completely random will happen. Before you do anything in each room, try and guess what you think will happen. I have no idea.
I'm not. I ain't drawing Yuri currently.
Not yet.
Know that feeling.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting a Chuck ya.
I did draw them kissing before, funny enough. Knew it.
I mean, I think Diamond has drawn every RPG partner kissing at some point. Okay, my guess is that this is gonna open up. It's not letting me camera cheat. Called it.
Very clever.
I rock. Whoa, how did I
Camera, you're on
know?
fire.
Surprise, motherfucker. Well, I'm 2 for 3 on guesses.
It's a passing grade. No, you bastard.
I mean, not everyone, just a good few of them. Not everyone yet. That's what he means. I have no idea.
Oh, you can pick up Mama Penguin.
Jesus, Mario, put that fat cunt down before your arms fall off.
Jesus.
All right, we're 3 out of 4. You didn't answer my question. How was the Super Mario Glitchy 4 for you? What do you mean? When did you ask me that? Last stream? Because the last thing you commented was, when does Chara show up? Anyways, the painting's not real. Got me.
Deal.
Well, that's 3 out of 5 now.
Still a passing grade. Oh boy.
Was it the first thing you typed in chat, Meddler?
We're sorry, Medley. We didn't notice.
Let me see. I think you're lying to me. Now, your first message was, how was the SMG4? See, he said SMESEMGGEE. So you didn't ask me about SMG4. You asked about the SMG4.
That was okay.
I didn't even
Did not
think
see that
about
one
it.
coming.
So
Yep.
this is ice or lava.
Okay, now we're not a passing grade anymore.
Is it supposed to be game audio? Tell me this now.
Hey, at least I didn't go to full stream.
Bro, I literally set it up. What the fuck? Where the fuck? Why? Oh my god, dude, I fucking hate OBS.
What'd it do?
For some reason, it just disappeared off my monitors and I can't drag it back.
Oof.
Okay, there. You should be able to hear the game audio now. I literally checked before I started stream. What the fuck?
Bizarre.
Well, anyways, it was just Hazy Maze Cave, so you didn't really miss out on much.
Hardly the best track in the game. Very clever.
Here we go! I'm tired. Thank you so much for playing my game.
Bro, fighting OBS is harder than fighting these ROM hacks, dude. Alright. So that was Chambers of Nonsense by Crawny. Next up from the Fat Boy 709, Sora AI Grass Level.
We flunked, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I know I flunked high school. I don't need you to remind me.
Oh man, you and me both.
So this level was inspired by
Hey,
some
Mario.
AI bullshit that was found on Twitter.
Okie dokie.
Hey, bullshit on Twitter, my favorite.
And the worst thing is that I know exactly where this came from because I saw the exact tweet too. Sora AI slop level.
This is atrocious.
To see if it's better without AI. I mean, you could have done that by, you know, making sure the actual collision was good.
Yeah.
They're indirectly using AI in Mario 64 ROM hacks now. This is the end.
It has never been more over than this.
Alright, Footways, scoop with a quick. I knew it. Well, it was either that or the game would crash. Alright, time for a banger of a hack. It's time to play. Project Ultra 96 SSK Mix.
Mario.
Oh my goodness me.
Welcome to Mario Wonderland, a stylized beta hack based on primitive recreations from 2014 to 2015. It includes all levels seen in the OG Shoshinikai. I never actually learned how to say this word. Shoshinkai build, along with the hub worlds, made by Golden Age team. Patch on USM64 ROM. So there's 9 stars, 10 completion bonus, and I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that this wasn't properly tested, and one of the stars is gonna crash.
Oh, almost certainly. What the hell?
Okay, I just always have a distinctive urge to look behind the castle every time, even though this isn't B3313.
What's the coin noises?
I don't know, that's the new camera noise.
Atrocious.
Marcus?
Terrifying.
Seriously? Oh. Froze on my screen for a sec there.
For me too.
Marcus was the name of the Mario recolor that dies in Mario vs. the Dark Killer. What the fuck?
Did Mario beat the Dark Killer?
Dude, listen to this.
Yeah.
You sound like a rabid monkey going on the attack. I have never heard this sound effect before.
Sounds like a bird. Like he's squawking.
Oh, there's a star in here. But all the fucking wait, what?
Welcome to Rocky Mountain.
Why did I spawn here?
It's your personalized experience.
Yeah, but like the spawn worked normally the first time. Why did it fuck up on the slide?
Who knows?
You got that right, Diamond. It's another beta hack. There's danger in every corner. Oh, the stars are just grayed out in this one.
You know, Robbie, I love when a concept full of intrigue and mystique becomes so oversaturated that there's no intrigue or mystique left at all to it.
I feel like after like the recreation project was completed, did you notice that, Prime?
What?
That Mario took off his hat just to reveal he had another hat under there?
Oh, Master Chief moment.
Double hat? Imagine this is like how Mario like hides a bald spot on his head. He just like has an infinite amount of hats.
I was gonna make a joke about that.
The fuck?
Mario has a bald spot, but Mario's cap also has a bald spot, so he needs a second cap for it.
This is the part where Diamond leaves us for like 5 hours.
Goodbye, Diamond.
It was nice knowing ya. Adios, Diamond the Hedgehog.
Hey, you said adios. Good job.
Is that what Sonic says in like Japanese?
Yeah.
In English, it's sayonara.
Yeah.
Bro's really gonna ditch us for Taco Bell just so he can refill his gas. And I like half the time. Like they're really, most of the time there's nothing in the volcano, but I still feel obligated to check.
I think I would as well.
Okay, this doesn't normally happen. Okay, so like I would give credit for like, why is the first? Why is that H in a different font? I would give credit for like for this beta hack actually being functional, but this is the second patch.
Right. Marcus.
Marcus.
You know, it'd be pretty unintuitive to jump in the volcano if the game didn't tell you about it.
I mean, why would you not jump in the volcano?
Because, you know, you'll die. That's generally what happens when you jump into volcanoes.
But that's why you should jump in the volcano.
True. Sweet freedom from this mortal coil. Which Mario is very deserving of.
Like, if you had the opportunity to jump in a volcano, Prime, why wouldn't you?
I imagine it would be extremely painful.
Why are there 3 stars here? When the hacking page says there's only 9.
Well, 3 stars.
Well, that doesn't really work like that because I can't get more stars. Or I can't get more points than what's said on the ROM hacking page.
I know.
Hey, so Prime, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you been thinking about?
I think another thing they can do to fix, like, Ryzen's story, Prime.
Uh-huh.
They, like, have Rose be interactive with Raiden, like, at every mission. And when, and, like, the further down the game you go, the more and more violent that Raiden gets. Rose is, like, the only person that's, like, concerned with what's happening to Raiden.
Yeah.
And, like, when he... hit save and quit. And, like, when he, releases, it froze the game. Okay. Okay,
Oh,
game.
perfect. Alright, game. Thank you.
And when Jack the Ripper comes out, and like he gets the job done, and everyone else, like, you know, all the people that you talk to in like the codex and shit, like they're all supportive and happy about what happened because, you know, they see it as like, oh, Raiden's gotten stronger. Oh, he's now like capable of taking down more threats. He's being more willing to fight now.
Yeah, Boris, Courtney, Kevin, and Doctor. And Blade Wolf, I guess.
While Rose sees this, and she's disgusted by how everyone else is treating it.
Yeah.
And just to prove, like, the cycle with Raiden, he does what Raiden does best, and just, like, initially wave off his wife's concerns until we get to the scene where he chops that kid in half.
Right.
So after doing that, Raiden, like, immediately feels disgusted with himself after what he did. When he gets, like, the message about the kid getting the robot parts implants. Well, I guess the hack's done. Alright, well, credits to, well, no, I won't give credit because this was a patch update. But this has been one of the more playable beta hacks.
Mercifully short.
There's no unsettling AI twist with the basement or anything like that. I noticed that a lot. Because funny beta, B3313 reference. So like Raiden notices that like when he's being told this information that there's like absolutely like zero concern from the guy he's talking to about what happened to the kid. He's like, oh, don't worry about it, Ryan. He's part robot now. And I was like, seriously? That kid got chopped in half and you're treating it like it's a good thing that he's a cyborg now?
Right, I think he has that dialogue with Doctor.
So I then have Raiden go to the hospital where that kid is in an attempt to apologize for what he did. But of course, like, the kid sees him and he just goes into a panic state because he's terrified that Jack the Ripper came back to finish the job.
Yeah. You'd have to move things around a little bit. Because like I said yesterday, like the scene where he slashes George is before
It's me, Mario.
the Jack the Ripper awakening or whatever.
That was before? Shit.
Yeah. Because that happens at the very end of the second mission. It's when
Okay.
Raiden is at the underground lab looking for the kids' brains.
This is Koopa Beach by Ball Blaster. Single level that replaces the battle on Battlefield. It's at a sunny beach. There's a cave, an island, a windmill, many more cool places. This is also my second ever hack, so please give feedback. Most importantly, enjoy.
This feels familiar.
Well, you know, it's a beach, so it's probably gonna feel like other beach levels we've played in the past. Okay, so anyways, alright, so I just forgot the order of events, so how about instead of like that being the cause of Jack the Ripper, it's like the catalyst for like what starts to bring him out.
Right.
Doesn't like Raiden quit working for the thing he works for? Like chapter
Maverick.
3?
Yeah.
Which is like right after
He's-
chapter 2, so it'd be like right after he cut that kid in half.
Yeah, he stops working for Maverick because the events of Chapter 2 make him want to go after World Marshal. But he can't do it like while working for them in an official capacity.
That's dumb. When they want him to like chase after the big bad.
Yeah, they still help him. It's just for bureaucratic reasons, he can't be their agent.
Ah. Okay, so anyways.
Here we go.
So, Ryan tries to like go to the hospital, try to make amends. The kid like sees a monster in him, so he just panics as soon as like Ryan tries to get close. Ryan feels ashamed of himself, but like the people of Maverick, they brush off his concerns and they just give him another mission. And that's like the catalyst for like Ryan quitting them. Just to like reapply some like the moral gray aspect of Metal Gear.
Right.
And even though these guys are supposed to be the good guys, they don't care about consequences. But out of guilt for what he did to the kid, Raiden feels like responsible to go force himself back in there to stop this madness as like a sense of redemption. And, you know, his wife obviously objects to this, but you know, because Raiden is Raiden.
He'll do it anyway.
Yeah. Like Rose sees like right through him and knows that he's just doing it to himself again. She knows that if Raiden went back out there, then the demons are only going to come back again.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I think they could have done to make the story more in line. Other than the stuff that I've brought up to you yesterday. About like Rose getting kidnapped by Armstrong.
Yeah. Generally all you need to do are some like tweaks and additions. The core story structure is still
Why the fuck
pretty
is
good.
it all the way up there? Anyways, yeah. Yeah, I think like, you know, why not let the son get kidnapped too, just for like added measure.
Yeah, Little John.
I think like it'll be like a positive thing for the story because it adds like another consequence to Raiden for justifying it to himself again to return to this life that he knows is bad for him. As well as like guaranteeing that he literally doesn't have an out anymore. Because now he has to do something or else the worst might happen to Rose and Lil Jon.
Here we go! Let's go!
And it's not that Armstrong is like going to actually do anything to them. Because, you know, in the vanilla game, Metal Gear Rising like tries to make a parallel between Armstrong and Raiden, that they're two halves of the same coin. They'll both use violence to get away with anything for their ideals and all that.
Yeah.
So kidnapping like Rose and Lil Jon is like his attempt at like trying to manipulate Raiden into becoming like the monster. The monster that he's been trying to conceal. Because he thinks like that Raiden would make for like a really powerful ally, considering how many that he's already chopped down.
Yeah.
But of course, when the confrontation happens, you know, Raiden rejects him every step of the way, just regardless of how far gone he is. And at the end of the game, after Raiden wins the battle against himself and defeats Armstrong without any like assistance from Jack the Ripper, he goes back to the hospital to try again with that kid. Except this time he looks like how he did at the start of the game.
Right.
So looking like his true self again. And like with the bloodlust in his eyes finally gone. The kid no longer panics when he sees them, because he no longer sees the monster. And Raiden's like finally able to properly apologize for what he did.
Yeah.
Hey, Diamond, welcome back. We were just talking about Metal Gear. Again. You fucking kidding me, dude? I can't believe I fucking missed that.
But yeah, the issue with the George thing is how, like, it's done in such a way to where it is, like, turned as mild as possible. Because, like, the setup for that scene is that Raiden's in the lab. There are some kids that Desperado hasn't harvested the brains from yet. And when Raiden gets to the room, like the viewing room, where you can see the kids behind the glass, like the kids start being gassed. And then like a scientist, before Raiden can break the glass to save them, like a scientist walks in holding George hostage. And it's like, if you break the glass, I'll blow his brains out. And that's the situation that Raiden is put in, right? Like the scientist guy is like, oh, you have to choose between the needs of the need of the few versus the needs of the many. Because like the kids are being chloroformed to death. And so like it's essentially a situation like surrender or some really bad shit will happen, right?
Yeah, chloroform, there's a reason why people stopped using it and went to anesthesia instead.
Yeah. But George is like, no, Raiden, don't worry about me. Just do what needs to be done. And then Raiden's like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, definitely. Like, if I have to go to hell, at least I don't mind taking this guy with me. And then Raiden's like, yeah, that's all I needed to hear. And that's...
Bro, just absolute zero problems with what he's about to do.
Yeah.
Why is a kid just so willing to die like that?
Here we go!
I don't know, dude. That's too much power fantasy for me, man.
But yeah, the situation ultimately ends up being too easy. Because, like, George is okay with it. He's okay with even dying. When he lives and gets the cyborg body, he's, like, okay with it. He's like, oh, this is awesome.
This is so cute. So cute. Dude, I need to learn more of this lore, because what the fuck? We're just talking about the simple plot of Metal Gear. Let's see, Mario finds Secret Green Star by Real Mad. Mario will find the Secret Green Star? How? There's a green star like other ROM hacks contain green star. I know, it's kind of bad. And why'd you upload it? If you know it sucks, then why?
It's me, Mario!
Hold on, give me just a minute.
Nice.
Here we go!
You finished the drawing of Kiersey and Stallo making out? French kissing? Somehow, even though Kiersey doesn't have a mouth, so therefore no tongue. I know what French kissing looks like. Think of kissing, but with more tongue. Bro, did I find the first warp by mistake? We're going to the final level. Just like puts you in a version of the map where the warps don't work. And why is it the first hole?
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
But yeah, the problem could be fixed by them simply creating some kind of like consequence or ultimate tension to it. Like, maybe George wasn't so willing for Raiden to do what he did. Or maybe he wasn't having a very good time, like, adapting with being a cyborg or stuff like that. Just do something.
Yeah, the problem is, like, Ryan just did something that was, like, very drastic, and the world acts like it was a nothing burger.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, because I feel like in Metal Gear, you could literally, like, justify anything's not being a big deal, because you could just say nanomachines afterwards. Oh, you got brain trauma? Nanomachines. Lost a limb? Nanomachines. Your girlfriend dumped you? Nanomachines.
I'm tired.
Well, nanomachines can only do so much.
Oh, come on, Prime. Nanomachines are like Chaos Emeralds. They do whatever the plot needs them to do.
Yeah, generally, but high-grade nanomachines aren't like a common thing. They definitely wouldn't be given to someone like George.
This is the extent of my puzzle design capability by Some12639 for the Mario Jams Flip competition. How does Mario 64 change if you can flip the levels but not the objects? No, seriously, how? Wait, is this? It is. Person who made Room Simulator.
Same style.
Here we go!
Bro made two
Thank you so
levels
much
and
for
gave
playing my
up.
game.
You know, props to him. Game design is hard stuff.
All that for 7 points. The last hack was 8 points. Hey, I have just zero standards for what I play.
Huh.
I'll just look at any hack. I'll see, oh, it's only got like a 5-star completion bonus and the difficulty's pretty low. It'll probably only take like 2 seconds. Boom, I'm playing.
Hey, it works, man.
Project Chocolate? No, I already played that. Well, here's one I started but didn't finish. B-roll time, Brawler, Bonk Roll. I didn't finish it because the hack wasn't finished. It was like an update
Ooh.
that didn't release in time. Now, there was supposed to be an update that got temporarily taken down, but the star counter wasn't readjusted. So there were more stars than what was in the version of the hack that was available.
Right.
So if I remember correctly, this led to nothing last time. Still nothing. Could be nothing here. I don't even remember where anything is supposed to be.
Where could it be now?
I gotta pee now. on, no star for killing everything. No, it just says course 5, but no levels are labeled like that in the star display.
Yeah?
So it just says course 5, but I don't know what course 5 is supposed to be.
Right.
Because the 5th course listed here is, Lethal Lava Bland. Now it's seeing lava.
Although it surely is bland.
I mean, it says that like the first level listed here is just some level called Mountain.
Yeah, this is probably Mountain.
I don't want to keep track. I don't even play them because I like them. I just play them for the points. Half the time they're either just the exact same as something I already played, or copy and pasted shit from B3313.
They're soft.
I think it's just because like these beta hacks are made by children. They don't actually have any like actual skill, so they just steal from pre-existing stuff. And they're like, check out beta hack, boys. Because, you know, for whatever reason, there are just like a bunch of kids that are just obsessed with the Mario 64 beta for some reason. I blame BC313 personally.
Mamma mia!
Well, I guess I shouldn't say BC313. More specifically, the personalization trend in general. Now kids are like, oh my god, the beta for this game is so creepy. It's unsettling, guys. Every copy is personalized. It's upsetting.
Scary.
It's just like, it's horror. It's like Sonic.exe.
Kids are like, this is like Sonic.exe, but for grown-ups.
Sonic.exe, but it's less lame. But am I allowed to go anywhere? Well, it says I'm missing a star here. What? Oh, it's one of those hacks where I'm not allowed to kick.
Somebody should make Mario 64 ROM hacks based on iconic One Piece locations.
I mean, that sounds good on paper, but they'd have to, like, make a lot of filler stores. And I don't think like a hack that's like bloated to have 1,148 stars is a good idea. Honestly.
I don't know, you get a lot of points from it.
Well, Diamond, my advice is just steal whatever beta assets you can from another hack. Just slap in the blender haphazardly, and make sure whatever you do not play test it before uploading to romhacking.com. Bro, where's this third star? You know, Prem, the more we talk about it, like Raiden, and like what we have to do to like fix him, it kind of feels like the only way to right Raiden is to just make him relearn the same fucking lesson over and over again. And it's just really funny because Western audiences need to have the same lesson pounded into their skulls over and over again.
Yeah. I guess it makes sense though. I mean, especially when you're dealing with trauma and everything. Like, that stuff just keeps coming back.
And you could also like throw in the lesson that in life you're gonna learn the right lesson, then you're gonna forget, and then you're gonna need to learn it again.
Yeah.
You know, that's also true. Even when you do learn your lesson, that doesn't mean you'll never make the mistake again.
Yeah, oftentimes you do.
Whether you want to or not. It says I'm missing a star here, but...
I guess what works about it is the idea of, like, different flavors of the same type of mistake.
Yeah.
Because in Solid 2, Raiden just, like... Oh my god, dude. In Solid 2, Raiden is just like in denial and like trying to run away and escape from his past. Between,
It was ear fucking, Diamond. Just good old ear fucking.
yeah, good old ear torture. Between 2 and 4, like, Raiden's PTSD starts acting up again. Once more, he ends up, like, drinking and, like, getting into fights and stuff because he needs some kind of outlet to escape.
Okay, I'm starting to
Then-
think nothing was fucking updated. Never mind, changing hacks.
It kind of seems like it, yeah.
You know, let's keep going.
So Raiden was struggling. He made the deal with Big Mama to where they'll help him rescue Sonny in exchange for him retrieving the corpse of Big Boss. So Raiden rescues Sonny, leaves her with Snake and Otacon.
They become two gay dads.
Yeah. Then he goes to try to get the corpse of Big Boss, but he ends up being captured by the Patriots, turned into a cyborg. Big Mama's Lost Paradise army has to go rescue him. Then once they rescue Cyborg Raiden and clear him of the Patriot nano machines and stuff, then Raiden is able to retrieve Big Boss's body. But like by that point, he thinks Rosemary miscarried. And so he decides, they're like, oh crap, like my life as I thought it was ruined. I'm just gonna focus on taking down the Patriots. Forget about Rose.
Yeah, this is all I have.
But because Little John wasn't actually miscarried, Rose has to have the sham marriage with Roy Campbell so that the Patriots don't go after them.
Even though Rosemary was directly working with Snake.
Yes, but granted, that was covertly.
I mean, still, she was like working with like the biggest name on their hit list.
Yeah, but you know, they didn't know that.
I don't see why they couldn't just let Raiden in on the thing.
Raiden was unreachable to them.
So it's not a matter of... It's not a matter of, they didn't want to tell him, it's a matter of they physically couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just noticing, I think this hack is in, widescreen.
Oh.
I'm just noticing the star HUD is, I just noticed that the HUD is not centered.
Yeah, it's
And
off
the star
screen.
count is off screen.
But yeah, so that's why he does what he does in 4, because he thinks he's got nothing left
else to
anyway.
live for.
Yeah. And then as it turns out, no, like, Rosemary was just waiting for him to be done with his mission. Little John is there, he has his family back. The Patriots are defeated. There's nothing, in theory, to hold him back anymore. But of course, even with the Patriots gone, the blueprints for the war economy still existed, so it continued on anyway.
Something, something, human nature, something, something.
Boris, who worked for Big Mama and the Lost Paradise Army with Raiden, formed Maverick, and through his connection with Raiden, got Raiden as an agent because Raiden was struggling to adapt to regular society again as a cyborg, and well, at least when Raiden tried getting a regular job, he couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like the doctor or whoever is like telling Raiden about like all these different jobs he could have tried applying for, and Raiden just like shrugs it off, saying "nuh-uh," without even like trying to argue why he couldn't get those jobs.
Yeah.
I feel like all he really had to say was, "You think I haven't tried? I never passed the background check."
Yeah, like, the thing is, right, there are cyborgs and cyborgs. Like, the codex go over this as well, but there are multiple types of cyborgs in the Metal Gear world. There are civilians who are just cyborgs, but it's usually people who have, like, a limb or another replaced, right? Full body replacements do happen, but those tend to be for, like, very wealthy, like, elite people who are just, like, trying to, like, live longer and stuff, right? And beyond that, there's the kind of cybernetic body you get, right? There's, like, civilian grade cybernetic bodies, and then there's military grade cybernetic bodies, right? And Raiden is like both things. He's like one of the first people. Actually, he's the first person because even Gray Fox still had a body underneath his exosuit. At least for the most part. He was kind of like Darth Vader.
So technically not a cyborg.
Yes, a cyborg in the same sense that Darth Vader is a cyborg, and I do think Gray Fox had to, like, replace some limbs and stuff. But, like, he still had, like, part of his body underneath the exo. Raiden, no. Like, he got everything from his lower jaw. From below his upper jaw, he got, like, everything removed by the Patriots. And by the time of Rising, especially, like, aside from some very minor things, like, basically just his brains, his brain and spine, like, he's entirely a cyborg. I guess he had his eyes, or at least one of his, like, both of his eyes until,
Vampire it.
Sam did something about that. But yeah, so like Raiden is the full thing. Even in his like more human looking forms. Like the idea is that like he looks human, but like if you're like up close and stuff, you can tell it's like artificial skin, right? So like for a guy who is entirely a cyborg and entirely a military grade cyborg, which probably just has like higher maintenance costs and everything. Like I understand why there might have been reasons why he couldn't really just get a regular Joe Schmo job like some other cyborgs might.
Like I said, you couldn't pass the background check.
Yeah. It could also just be a matter of like the progression of the times, because at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, when the Patriots were taken down, right, a lot of the information they were keeping secret got released to the public. That's why by Rising you have a lot more cyborgs around. Just because like the cyborg tech became widespread after the fall of the Patriots.
Yeah, the files leaked.
Yeah. So it's different, like by the time Doctor is talking about that stuff like 4 years down the line, it's a completely different environment when it comes to the general populace and how they perceive cyborgs, as opposed to like right at the end of MGS4 when Raiden would have had to try to reintegrate into civilian society.
Manga Common brought up the point about like how Sam Sam was like the one guy that Raiden didn't like flash into pieces as everyone there.
Out of the winds of destruction.
Yeah. I think it would have been better if Sam was like the guy that Raiden was the most merciless with. In terms of like how he finished him off. Like at first he cuts off his hands. And while Sam is distracted with pain, he cuts off his feet. Then his arms. Then his legs. As Sam falls onto the ground, all he can do but watch in terror of what he's unleashed.
Yeah.
As Raiden just goes one by one, cutting off like every individual limb. Until the only thing that hasn't been sliced to pieces is his head.
Yeah.
And instead of, like, just shoving his sword through his head, Raiden doesn't even grant him that kind of death. He just, like, to add insult to injury, he finishes the job by just squashing him with his foot.
Yeah, just like stomping down on him. Because, yeah, Sam ends up having the most dignified death. But, again, that's like what ends up being most pleasant for the audience, because the audience, you know, likes Sam because he's very charismatic. But, like, it's exactly because the audience likes Sam that you should have something like what you suggested. Like, what that would be, like, very efficient.
Like the ultimate karma for what Sam brought onto the world.
Yeah.
Like even Sam ends up being afraid of just who Jack the Ripper really is. Oh god, this star sucks. Anyways, back to like what you were initially saying about like the different flavor.
Yeah. And so, yeah, with Rising, it's a situation where Raiden's placed himself in this position where he has a pretty good job, and he is back in the battlefield, which isn't ideal, but it's the best he could manage with his circumstances. And he's doing good things, like at the start of the game, like Maverick is protecting Nemani, and he did great things for his country. It's only when Maverick comes in that they start like really messing stuff up, right? Or sorry, not Maverick, when Desperado comes in, that they really start messing stuff up, and Raiden and Maverick start uncovering the World Marshal conspiracy. But it's understandable that, like, by the second mission, when Raiden learns of, like, the kids getting their brains harvested, and the George Sears program, the Solidus Snake program, same thing that Solidus made him go through as a kid in real life. Like, these kids are being put through that same conditioning in VR. Like, that alone as motivation is really good. And in terms of, like, it coming back to Jack the Ripper and everything, like, because it is something so closely tied, to that era of Raiden's life, there's a lot of connections you can tap into there. So it's just like, oh, Raiden is struggling with this issue again because now it's manifesting in a different form, right? Like an even more challenging form than in the past. So now we have to see how he overcomes it this time, right? And if this time he's able to do something about it before it derails his life to the degree it did between Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4.
The obsession to help people, to not suffer what you did at the cost of your own sanity.
Yeah. And probably the desire to not create more not let his
Not
fate
create
be
more Jack
repeated.
the Rippers.
Yeah, and potentially other Jack the Rippers.
I'm tired.
Chao Bandstand by Game Bun for the music-themed level competition. Something is stolen in Chao's precious instruments for their little bandstand. Who could have done such a thing? It's up to a small little rabbit to go and find them. 6 music boxes to find the thief, and make a poor little Chao happy once again. Oh, sweetheart, you're finally here. Something awful has happened. All the musical instruments from the Chow have been stolen. We can't figure out who would do this, but I can't go look for them either. The poor Chow here is so upset. I can't leave him alone in this state, and all the crying has made it hard to focus. And I thought you were a crying bitch when you were a baby, honey. I'm sorry. What you thinking about? You can fly while in midair. Just press A. Get about 3 seconds of flight time. You can do this during any of the 3 jumps: the long jump and the wall kick. You also lose no stamina while not moving. Just note that to fly out of the long jump, press B, then A to gain flight. Just in case you want to perform the BLJ, of course.
I picture Gamerl just having a normal ass voice from this text, yeah.
Yo.
And forget the whole, Raiden, or rather, Jack, enjoys killing and fights for the sake of pain or whatever. Like, it should be like an almost like compulsive, borderline like panic-induced thing because of his conditioning as a kid. Where it's like you have to do these terrible things, or you're the one taking the bullet instead.
Yeah, I
It's not
remember
really
that
like-
line.
Yeah, because it's not really conditioning the association between like violence and enjoyment. It's just like the compulsive need for extreme violence to survive.
What?
Chairs.
It's musical chairs.
Oh,
At least I think.
I think that's the joke.
I didn't read the sign, so.
Da-da.
A game of musical chairs. And another thing I'd do if I were to do like the 24/7 ROM hack marathon stream thing, is I'd want all the hacks I show off to be like quality ones, not shit.
Yeah.
God, this thing is horrifying.
Stupid Lost World thing. But I guess to summarize, the idea I wanted to get across is that, like, Jack the Ripper should be framed less as almost like this thing where Raiden was getting this, like, perverse enjoyment out of, like, pain and violence, and more something where he's, like, miserable and, like, frustrated and angry. And he's lashing out through violence. Almost like how an animal will get extremely aggressive instinctually to survive. And that's where his, like, brutality comes from.
The lyric is kind of funny, like thinking back on like when your guard is down. I think we'll both agree violence breeds violence, and in the end, I think that's okay. Yeah, if you're gonna be accurate to this version of Raiden that actually likes killing people.
Yeah.
Damn, I got.
Another thing I really don't like is the whole idea of Raiden being like super chill with all the killing he does in the first 2 chapters, and then he only like starts tweaking out about it when Sam has to show him that, hey, look, these cyborgs you're killing, you know, a lot of these guys ended up like this because they were in bad positions, and if you take away the nanomachine suppressants, like, these guys are actually absolutely terrified and desperate because they know they're going to die and they're going to get butchered by you. And like Raiden has to have
like,
that realization.
No complication with continuing on afterwards. He just goes right back to killing.
Yeah, and then when after he like unlocks Jack, he's just like more or less cool with it, as far as the main story is concerned.
Prime, you don't get, okay? Violence breeds violence, but in the end, it has to be this way.
Yeah, but you know, that's the thing. Raiden shouldn't need to be taught this lesson. In fact, he kind of already was in Metal Gear Solid 2.
So like, it's just a matter that, like, when Sam tried to like preach this to Raiden, I'd be like, you know, Mr. Hero, you're really not that much better than us, because, like, these guys are human too, you know, and Raiden should have been like, yeah, I know that already, but you're not really leaving me a choice here.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind, this hack is one of the shitty ones.
But yeah, Snake in MGS2 essentially says, like, yeah, I mean, having to kill people sucks no matter what, even when you have to do it.
You know, I didn't want to kill my brother, but, like, he wouldn't stop being a dick.
And like Raiden, who has all this trauma relating to having to indiscriminately murder people, even when he didn't want to, because it was do or die. Like that's something that should resonate with him better than anybody. So like him having to get like a reality check on his like weird sort of black and white moralism from the start of the
Damn, of
game is
all
just kind of like
people.
weird. Yeah.
Could've been like, look, it's not like I'm enjoying this. I know these guys are like scared as shit and dying. They're just getting repressed. But at the end of the day, they chose this life.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's just how it is in the battlefield.
You know, if they didn't want to die, then they wouldn't be helping you.
Or less that, because like that is sort of his justification, is like they knew what they were signing up for. Sam points out that like yes, but actually no. And like a lot of these guys essentially got forced into this situation because they didn't fully know what they were going into. And a lot of times the cyberization comes about from like various like illicit means. It's like, oh, maybe this guy is like dying. It's like, oh, you get cyberized, you'll survive. But then, you know, you gotta work for us, etc. So like Raiden has to have this like realization, which in terms of the main story, he just kind of like ends up writing it off, being like, oh well, it needs to be done, and like I actually enjoy killing. And the needs to be done part is fine. It's just like Raiden should just have a more nuanced perspective on the idea, like, to begin with.
Yeah, the problem is that, like, it's like the issue of, like, Raiden's philosophy throughout the game is that it's too black and white.
Yeah.
When in reality, he should have, like, the least... He should, like, have the most morally gray understanding of how all this is supposed to work.
Yeah.
My daughter would kill me if she hears about this. I'm sure Mama raised you to help the elderly, correct? Bro, the fucking mad piano wants my help.
After all the crap we've taken from it over the years.
It just wants me to go out of my way to help continue the bloodline of pain that these pianos have caused.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
That's odd that baby pianos chirp like penguins.
And then they go back to sounding like loud metal clangs after picking them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Sam tries to like appealing to point out like Ryan's hypocrisy and stuff, like trying to like mention the fact that he's like that the people that he's killing aren't as like bad or morally black as people would try and make him out. The thing is, like, Ryan understands all this already. And he's like, look, I know that these people didn't really want this either, but at the end of the day, this is kind of just what happens in war. And I can't really do anything to save them, so best I can do is try to prevent from other people.
Yeah.
Ah, you finally found me. It is I, the mighty and handsome Tails doll. I took those music boxes from the little chow, and I'll do it again. Why, you ask? Well, crud, what did he say? No matter, I hold the final music box, and I bet you want it. Challenge me to a race. Win, you get the music box. First person to pass Puff Island wins. Sound fair to you? So what you say? Wow, I can't believe Eggman told Tails doll to just steal all the credit. How un-Eggman of him.
Extremely.
Yeah, this was
that
not
was
balanced
easy.
around your floatability.
Now race!
Curse you, little rabbit. Okay, I can't keep this straight anymore. I'm not your crook, you see, but your crook did save me. From what you ask, well, the last thing I remember is getting super punched from Shadow and ending up here in pieces. And what looked like a less handsome version of myself fixed me up, and here I am? No! It couldn't be!
There's no way.
I can't believe
Fox
Moebius
McCloud
Tails did this!
Doo-doo.
Well, hack complete. Tails! I did for a good reason. They kept going to my lab and destroying all my gadgets. So I wasn't going to be able to enjoy my things, and neither will they. Little gremlins, I swear. I also had no time to build a robot, so I stole this from Eggman's junkyard. Still perfectly fine, too. I didn't have time to make my own custom boss, so I stole this model from a different hack and put Tails on it instead. Prima, I know you're one of my best friends, but if you're helping these little devils, then I'm going all out.
I'm kind of disappointed because I was excited to see the Tails version of this. I was sure it was gonna be a Bowser mech again, because you know this concept's been done before. But it's like, oh, it's gonna be like a Cyclone version of the Bowser mech.
Oh, wait, you were the reason Eggman threw this in the garbage? It's just not my day. It's just not my day. A lot of stress and stuff, so let me vanish in the air, explode into rings, and I'll meet you back at Chow Garden to formally apologize. Man, I can't believe Ian Flynn would just ruin Tails like that.
Yeah.
It's Tails' apology letter. Yeah, I screwed this up big time, huh? Oh, these lumps? Yeah, the Chow had a field day when I showed up. Then your mom, then Gemerald, then the blue guy. Look, I messed up big, okay? But your mom forgave me. Kindest lady I'll ever meet. I'm really glad you got the same kindness, Cream. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to the Chow and everyone else. Could you ever forgive me? He gives him a playful whack on his lumps because of all the crap she went through because of him. But she gives him a huge hug and forgives him because that's what she do. Thank you, Cream. I'm really sorry for causing this whole mess. I even helped Gemerald finish the stage. But yeah, I'm just sitting back here because I don't think the Chow have forgiven me yet. Can't say I blame them. You go have fun with them, Cream. I'll just stay here for as far away as I can. Man, I can't believe Ian Flynn just character assassinated Tails like that, man.
Yeah. Strikes again.
Who the fuck are you?
The blue guy.
Well, I know he's the blue guy, but who the fuck is the blue guy? Congrats, kiddo. Me, Moist Critical.
I still don't like your yellow friend is just kind of sulking in the corner. Oh fine, I'll actually be useful here. I got a small list from the dev. Let's see. It's my first custom level hack. Blah 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 blah. Thank you, Cream.
Cream, you did a fantastic job. I knew you could do it. The Chow always knew that they can count on you. They're so happy, and even left you a nice trumpet so you can join them. Gamble is getting the others ready, so feel free to talk to your friends while they prepare. Now, I had a good long talk with 1 miles per hour, and he's extremely sorry for what he did. I know what he did was wrong and very stupid. Find it in your heart to forgive him, Cream. Anyhow, whenever you feel ready, dear, just jump into your spot at the end, and we can get started. What the hell are you two here?
Get out! Get out of here!
Can't fucking shit in Sonic anymore without the fucking whiffs invading.
You're not welcome here. Or some rabbit. You dude it.
By Mr. Comet, Super Mario, and the Treacherous Tower. Paranormal activity has been wreaking havoc over the Mushroom Kingdom. Prince Peach asks Mario and Professor T to investigate its source, a haunted tower in the middle of nowhere. Slide down each floor of the tower and track down the paranormal activity and save the day. The Simple Flip slide hack competition featuring Pirate Software. So this is a slide version of the Treacherous Manor.
Oh, okay.
Zero stars, 10 completion bonus.
Super Mario and the Tilted Towers.
Like the place, Princess Peach wants us to investigate the paranormal activities coming from inside this tower. Penguin's been wreaking havoc all over the Mushroom Kingdom, and no one knows why or how. But Peach trusts us to get to the bottom of it. Here's the game plot. Why does this keep happening? Here's the game plan. I'll search the bottom half, you search the top half. We can use my new invention, the Decomp Blaster. Its device will decompose your body into little pieces and rearrange into an arbitrary location somewhere else in the world. Prove that it works. Allow me to teleport a few objects I brought from home to completely random locations. I think we're ready to go, Mario. Just a last reminder, if you lose your soul or end up with any permanent brain damage as a result of the Decomp Blaster, I am not legally responsible. That's cleared. Let's go. You ever heard about how this style of teleportation is essentially just killing you and reorganizing your body parts, essentially creating like a different person that comes out the other side?
I've heard that, yeah. This is something that gets talked about because, like, it's the Star Trek method. So it's like a pop culture thing. I think that's only really applicable if you're, like, completely disintegrated, in the sense that, like, all your atoms and stuff stop existing, but then when you reform, they just, like, are recreated. Then I'd agree that is just, like, you getting, like, disintegrated and just, like, recreated somewhere else. But if it's like, oh, you're being, like, put apart and, like, sorry, taken apart and then put back together, but it's still the same elements, then I wouldn't consider that you being, like, killed necessarily. Because, like, living creatures, for the most part, are, like, at least more complex ones, are inherently like ships of Theseus.
Yeah.
Like, in the sense that, you know, when something is born, you know, like, I don't know, a dog, or even just a human, right? The cells that are at your body when you die, right? There's, like, nothing left there from when you were born. It's just, like, stuff that's been refreshed and replenished and changed throughout your life, right?
Yeah.
Even we, as we are now, are technically, in terms of just, like, the raw pieces, not the same as we were when we were born. So I kind of look at it in that sense. Just, like, as long as there is some continuance between the pieces that are like being taken apart and brought back together, and it's just like you're not being remade from something completely fresh. It's still you for all intents and purposes. I feel like because this specific teleportation method gets discussed a lot, like other teleportation methods that people come up with will usually find ways to circumvent that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In the sense that, like, oh, it's like you're not being disintegrated and reintegrated, right? It's like, oh, space is warping in such a way to where it's like you're just being displaced into a new location, or you're going into some kind of like hyperspace as you teleport and that kind of stuff. Hello, Ria.
Hi, Ria.
Just brown booze.
Yeah, but they're just like a background thing. Please subscribe and like, I agree.
Another way settings circumvent that kind of issue is just by having like souls and stuff be established, or the supernatural. Usually it's not a big deal if your physical form gets disintegrated, if like there's a metaphysical aspect of your existence that is preserved.
Yeah.
So like at that point, it's like your physical vessel is displaced, like deformed and reformed, disintegrated and reintegrated, but your metaphysical element is just moving from one place to another.
Come on, stop being suddenly good at firsties. Oh, don't I feel stupid now?
Here we go!
Wanna play some games?
Aw, yeah.
Aw, it's rigged. I want the Goomba spots.
Speaking of teleportation, I've often thought about, like, if I was making, I guess, a Sonic game. I think most often when I think about this is like some kind of game where you can play a Shadow, right? So let's say hypothetically Shadow the Hedgehog 2 or something. And like, I wanted the character abilities to be like as accurate as possible. Like have the gameplay reflection of the abilities be as accurate as can possibly be. And I thought, how would I handle chaos control, right? And it's like, what does chaos control look like from the perspective of you using it? And I think the method that I've settled on being my favorite, and this is probably what I would want if I could teleport, right? This is what I would want it to be like. is like when you're teleporting, time stops, and you basically become a ghost, right? In the sense that like you're intangible and you can move any direction, right? You can move omnidirectionally and you can go through anything, right?
Yeah, you just can't physically interact with something.
Yeah. And so essentially how it is, and like you can come up with like limitations for it in terms of like how far you can move or how long you can stay in that state. But the general idea is like time stops, you become a floating ghost, and you just reposition yourself somewhere.
It's just like a limited distance for how far you can go.
Yeah. I feel like this is a teleportation method that like justifies those situations where like a character will teleport and they're in one position when they start teleporting, but they're in another after they've finished. In the sense of like how their body is posed, right? It's like, oh, you're standing when you start teleporting, but then like when you warped behind someone, you have like your fist immediately held out, right? Once you reappear. And it's like, oh yeah, that could easily be done by you just like repositioning your body, right? While you're in like the little like ghost form. And in a fight, that would definitely be extremely useful. Because, like, cutting the time where you have to, like, wind back your punch, or any attack, really, is just a big advantage.
Sorry for what, Rhea? He didn't do nothing. I should have been using the bike thing while playing. There we go. Oh, what room am I missing? The fuck? Is this breakable? It's not. Who ordered the stone? Wait, maybe it goes up here. No?
Maybe you gotta throw it from there? No. I don't get it. Oh.
Here we go!
I noticed it wiggling. I was like, oh.
But yeah, like, it could be crazy busted when you think about it. Like, you punch someone, right? Your fist makes contact with, I don't know, their jaw, right? The force from your punch transfers from their jaw, like causing the knockback, so their head starts moving backwards, right? And then boom, you teleport, so time stops, right? You turn into your little intangible ghost, and you move, you reposition yourself to the direction the guy's head is going, right? And while you're still in ghost mode, about to like leave the teleport, you like throw your fist back, right? Already ready for another punch, right? So time resumes, you're tangible again, you've teleported. Boom, you immediately already throw the punch again. And like while the guy's head is rebounding from the first punch, right, moving back, you like hit him again already. Like that would be really devastating if you could like combo someone like that. It'd be very hard for them to react.
Like you're already like throwing the punch right before you teleport. Cutscene. Ah, shit.
What the hell?
Console. Yo, I bet if Mario just didn't even look down, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Now let's try this again. Chow. Come get some. Oh, I almost fucked that up. Oh shit, that thing's behind me now.
Makes it kind of hard to see.
I think it's in chase mode.
You threw it into Phantom Zone.
Look, it's little Bup!
So cute.
Mini T! I think from now on, the three of us are gonna go on many adventures for years to come. Here's you, me, and Mini T traveling from kingdom to kingdom and haunting ghosts. God, I'm so excited. I can hardly wait. Now let's get out of here. Should we take the elevator or the stairs? Bitch.
Mini T.
He's dead!
Hey, Readums.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Well, that was fun.
That was pretty cool.
I only got 5th place, though. All that for only 10 points.
Wow.
Okay, looking at what the competition was, I understand. Okay, come on, this did not deserve 4th place. We back, Readums, we back. Prime, do you think we should like turn it into a video? One of those Metal Gear Rising rewritten.
Sure. That'd be fun.
And you could like draw pictures depicting of like the scene changes we do.
Yeah.
Anyways, Readums, you missed the beta hack I played earlier. Good old fashioned beta hack.
But yeah, back to the teleporting thing. I guess like how I describe it is like you're preparing your next attack, right? Your next punch or whatever in the midst of teleporting. It's like after your fist, hits your enemy, right? And you transfer all the force from your fist to their body. Like, you don't even have to pull your fist back. You can just start teleporting right away. And like, you can pull your fist back in the midst of teleportation while you're relocating yourself to your next spot. And then when you reappear, right, which from the enemy's perspective would be instantaneous, you already have your fist drawn back again and ready to strike. So it basically like gets rid of any of like the, I guess, cooldown of an attack, essentially. In the sense of the physical act of, you know, after you do a move, you have to like pull your limb back.
Oh god, that was trippy.
That was weird.
Bruh.
If that cooldown happens in the midst of teleportation, then you're saving time.
Ah! Could be from Bomberman for all we know. I feel like I hear it like a bunch of hacks. Definitely one of these every hack OSC comes from the same playlist moments.
Yeah. Another aspect to this power that I think would be very handy to have is the ability to choose whether...
Your destiny.
Sorry, what?
Said your destiny.
Choose your destiny. Be able to choose whether or not your body carries the momentum it had before you teleported. So I don't know, let's use Mario as an example, right? If Mario had this ability.
Okay, I see the troll here. I can't grab him.
It's like, if Mario did a long jump, right, and he teleported mid-long jump, he can choose when he reappears, right, whether or not he's still gonna be carrying that momentum from the long jump, or whether or not he's just gonna be, like, static, right?
Eh. Bro, why is this happening so often?
Bye bye, Rhea.
Mamma mia! Probably should have seen that one coming. Eh. Didn't mean to do that, whatever. Oh, the pushback. I thought that would propel me far enough to make the jump. There we go. The quicksand fake out, I remember that. Hey, stop looking at the sky. Just because I'm smaller than the king doesn't mean I'm weaker. Don't believe me? Just try and kick me, wimp.
Here we go!
Doriel! We had to get this just so that we could get Shotgun Mario Prime. Remember that.
Yeah. Worth it.
Ugh.
Okay, here's a really cool move you could do with this power. So like you're fighting someone, you teleport to somewhere up high, then you let yourself fall right before you hit the ground, right? And you've already built up a lot of like speed from the gravitational pull. You teleport again, and in ghost form you change like your orientation and everything, and you redirect that energy into like a drop kick when you reappear, right? So like you reappear right next to your enemy and you like drop kick him in the face with carrying the momentum that you had while you were like falling.
Okay, imagine this, Prem. I'm falling. I'm about to die. I teleport. I change my body position. That I'm now like facing. And I'm facing forward instead of down.
Yeah.
Then I start flying that way instead.
Yeah.
Now I'm no
exactly.
longer flying, I'm being launched. So I just keep spamming it until all my momentum is gone and I can safely land on something.
Yeah.
I'm in 63rd place now. I said I'm in 63rd place now.
You're no longer 64th?
Nope, I had to give that up.
Damn.
And I am less than 30 points away from getting 62nd.
Oh wow. It's a really small gap.
What to play next? What to play next? Bro, holy shit. That cream hack I played earlier?
Yeah.
It's the 31st most highly rated hack on the site.
Oh, wow.
It's right above the vanilla game. The fuck? Build authentication, my ass. Surprisingly, I haven't played this one. Golf with Your Mario by AgLab2. Did you ever want to play golf but only now have a patch of BPS file? Fear not, because this hack will allow you to combine your amazing movement of Mario 64 and the thrilling gameplay of golf!
Wow.
To control the camera, C-stick and D-pad to change Mario angle. Change power of control stick. Be the trigger and shoot. Let's try this again. Bruh. Eh. You fucking kidding me, mate?
No way.
Are you fucking bogey?
Boogie.
Yogi! Holy shit, that worked.
That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting to blast through them.
That's what I was hoping for. Slope, wall. Okay, so he'll auto jump. Bruh. I don't think I can adjust height, just what direction and how much power. That's all I have. Eagle.
Now this is what I call Mario Golf. Wow, that's sick. That conversely is not sick. Oh, there we go. Oh my god. Can you imagine if we got that?
I'll take it. Birdly, birdly.
Birdly, birdly, birdly.
Thanks, Chuck. Dory jump scare.
Not letting me adjust. Probably because it didn't matter.
Dude, what did they give her in Brothership? She tripping.
Obviously, they gave her cocaine. It's just a free hole in one.
Oh. What
F?
the hell? F for fantastic.
Yeah, I totally didn't cheat or anything to get that score.
Nah, it's all good. It was just a cosmic rays, Robbie.
Oh, for the love of... Oh, I need to stretch my legs for a sec, so I'll be right back.
Duckly duckly. Sabotage the stream somehow. Okay, I know what I'll do. Robbie is a big poopy. There you go. Completely removed any legitimacy from Robbie. Over again. His career is over. Your rank is F. You know, I joked earlier F for fantastic, but I wonder if that's what it actually means. I don't really know anything about golf, like scoreboarding. White ice, face for show, white ice, face for show, white ice. Bro called him a poopy head. I'm so done right now. Hey man, it's efficient. Imagine this is the lowest rate, like what the fuck? Yeah, I'm kind of puzzled. I mean, he did good. There's no way he can be like that low a rating. Cause like, if you average out the performance, it's above average. Still, I really like the concept for this hack. Mini golf games are fun. Just something about it. It's pretty satisfying. More so than regular golf games.
Agreed, I'm trying to convince Taylor to ruin the stream.
Yeah. And I did. I called you a poopy. A big poopy.
You know, Prime, if you're gonna say something so dastardly, you could at least say it to my face.
Oops. All right.
Hours. My dad needs my help putting the sink back together. Because we were having
no.
an issue with the washing machine, dishwasher,
Right.
and we couldn't really figure out what the problem was, so we think it might be the washer itself.
Uh-huh.
Might be the water pump, he says.
Dang.
So, like, we knew that the dishwasher was busted, but we wanted to make sure it was the washer itself before we went out and made a purchase.
Which is wise, yes.
Yeah, but that's not what my mom was thinking. She was just happy that she had an excuse to finally get rid of the dishwasher.
Right.
Because the current one we have, no one likes it, but it was free. So, I'm gonna have to end the stream for now, because I don't know how long it's gonna take. I think, like,
Hey,
next
did it rank
stream,
up?
I should just, like, I need to go back to the it doesn't matter what hack I play next, I just gotta, like, go through the list one at a time, because, like, sometimes it just takes me forever to find a short hack that I want to play.
Yeah, that you feel like playing.
Almost like a lot of the hacks I already have on my list are, like, gimmick hacks.
Yeah. This was a good stream, though.
It was
We
short,
had a lot of good
but
conversation.
It was short, but at least I actually did something.
Yeah, we talked a lot. You ranked up. There was relatively little dead air.
I wouldn't go that far. Like, our conversations really slowed down after the Metal Gear convo when we started talking about teleporting. So I didn't really have much to say on the topic, but then you kept going. I was like, where's all this coming from all of a sudden?
I don't know, it's just a lot to think about.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't keep him waiting. May start the stream back up later because I didn't get because I'm like 20 points away from leveling up again to 62nd place. So, for right now, maybe. Goodbye.
Bye bye.